cranky. I get 51 and Lake against to me. I'll be flaky. I'll be tanky. Can I keep my fingers off you, baby? I want you. Now, now. Can I keep my fingers off you, baby? I want you. Now, now. See gals on eyes, gals on eyes. Really like an animal, this comes all in my view. Flashing lights, flashing lights. You got me fitting for that, baby. I want you. Now, now. You keep your eyes on my faded lady. I want you. Now, now. Junkie love. I want you. We walk up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did she have fun out, baby? Junkie love. La thing I remember is our beautiful bodies running up in the club. Drunk in love, we'll be all night. Love, love, we'll be all night. Love, love, we'll be all night. And everything alright. Enough to place my body so for resting all of this life. Boy, I'm drinking, walking in the last simulator. I'm rubbing on, rubbing it, you scared, got it ready. Boy, I'm drinking, don't get it right. I'm on cognac against the wife. New sheets, is what I like. Watch Rexy, where the boy, I'm drinking. I'm sorry, on the mic to my boy, so it's gonna be the top of halfway. And what do you mean, my softball? Softball, softball, when it on it, when it on it, I'm swabbing on it, swabbing on it, big fat and sobbing all this, swabbing all this, good, good. We walk up in the kitchen, sing, how the hell did she have fun out, baby? Junkie love, we'll be all night, yeah. Last thing I remember is our beautiful bodies running up in the club, yeah. Junkie love, we'll be all night. Love, love, we'll be all night. Love, love.
I do say it's the shit, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. Hold up, stumble all in the house.
All right. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the special edition of the Tariq Elite Radio Show. It's Friday. Face a little ashy, but it's all right. I just got in, had to wash my face, just got off the plane. Got off the plane and I rushed in, family, to chop up game with you. Let me see. Hold on. A little jet lag, so don't trip. 1 second. Let me get everything together here. I didn't get a St. Louis hat. I wasn't out there to get souvenirs. How's everybody doing? Yes, indeed. So we're here. We're waiting on the room to get piled up, waiting on more people to come in the room. Again, this is a special show. Want to talk about the events in St. Louis, Ferguson, that area. Want to talk about some things. Talk about the vibe. Yeah, my face looks ashy as shit, man. Want to talk about the vibe and everything that's happening out there. A lot of stuff we got to talk about. Yes, indeed, man. I really, I enjoyed vibing with the family, everybody out there. Yes, indeed. Waiting on the room to come in. No, yeah, definitely wasn't a vacation trip. Definitely wasn't a vacation. I'm out here, you know, gathering intel, seeing what's going on, vibing. Much respect for Frisco. Much respect. Jay, you say you got a black-owned lotion. Hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy. But yeah, I really wanted to vibe with the people out there in the Ferguson area and also just all over St. Louis, man. Real good people out there, man. The brothers and sisters out there, real good people. Where are my St. Louis people? We got any St. Louis people out there? Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, Harlem. That's what it is, dude. I'm not being distracted. When I'm out there looking and observing and just peeping game, seeing what's working, seeing what's not working. I'm out there on a solution finding mission. I'm out there on a straight up solution finding mission. That's what I was out there for. You know, and that's what I want to talk to the family about too, because I'm really on some solution based things. Oh, well, shout out to the black feminists. They were trolling today. Most of y'all I blocked. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I know feminist is doing her best. Now, feminist, this woman, and bless her heart. I'm not here to look. Poor thing. Look, a lot of these black feminists, I noticed that Twitter is literally all they have. There was one black feminist a couple of days ago. I got a tweet from her because on Twitter you retweet stuff. I was retweeting some stuff, getting a lot of information about Ferguson and just retweeting it, copying it, retweeting it. And this one lady, she made a quote about some of the crime stats. I'm like, okay, cool, I can retweet that because I just everybody retweets stuff. I copied her stuff and I wanted to add some more to it, so I copied it, added some more stuff to it, and then retweeted. And she was like, Tariq stole my tweet. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking she's joking, like she's just being sarcastic. This woman literally whined on Twitter. She was whining and it's like a middle-aged woman. It's like somebody's possible grandmother. Dude, did you see her, Jay? This woman was genuinely mad, claiming I stole her tweet. Because when I tweeted it, it got like a few thousand retweets. Dude, this she said I stole her tweet. You can't make it. So this is, yeah, the light-skinned lady. Yeah, please tweet her now and tell her to tune in. Please tweet her. I'm thinking she was joking. Today, which is 2 days later, because I blocked her because she was kind of getting annoying. That woman is still on Twitter, mad, talking about I stole her tweet. How dare he steal my tweet? I'm tired of these men stealing from us, everything we do. These women have such a poverty victim mentality. It's so sad. Dude, I'm thinking she's joking. She's on Twitter. What's her Twitter name? If y'all can find it, put it up there. I'm thinking the woman is joking. This woman has been whining on Twitter about me stealing her tweet. I mean, she sounds like literally, I think this woman was actually in tears. I know, that was beyond fake nigga outrage. I'm thinking she was literally in tears behind that. I'm tired of these people. You got people out here, and if you notice a lot of these black feminists, if you look at a lot of them, they have like 200,000 tweets, 100,000 tweets. I'm just CEEJ, yeah. Bless her heart. I am CJ, ma'am. Bless your heart. I'm not trying to take your little Twitter life away from you. Yeah, some of those black feminist sympathizers, those dudes, I would like for them to call in. Yeah, dude, the minute they send me something crazy, I block them. So most of their trolling, I don't even hear it. I've been troll blocking and thought blocking all day. So a lot of their trolling, I can't even hear it. I just didn't have time to even entertain that nonsense. But this poor lady, I felt sorry for her, the tweet stealing lady. I felt sorry for the lady. I mean, because with these women, like feminists, even her and her little side buddy, what's like another feminist troll on there. Twitter is literally all they have in life. When you see people with damn near 500,000 tweets and 100,000 tweets, Twitter is your life. Oh yeah, they're mad now. They're saying that I'm trying to hijack Feminista Jones movement. Oh yeah. I knew that Feminista would run in and run with that and try to make a movement out of it. Shout out to, I know Feministas listen. I know you listen to Michelle. No, Feminista, this woman could fuck up a chicken pot pie. I want this woman to win. I want that woman to win. I really do. She keeps my name in her mouth. She keeps my name in her mouth. We were talking about this whole thing with our brother Mike Brown. And, hold on. What the fuck is that? Okay. We're talking about the situation. And I was talking about on Twitter and a lot of other places how all of these groups that we ride for, they never ride for us. I was talking about all these other groups, and I've been talking about this on Instagram and all these other groups who we ride for, like these white feminist groups, all these gay and Mexican and Latino and all these other groups, Asian groups, but they never really ride for us, so we need to start calling them out. So I was talking about that, and we were talking about the UOK sis thing, talking about how they need to call out some of the white feminists to get them to be down to help out with the situation. So Feminista created this new hashtag, and it went viral. This hashtag about a moment of solidarity for the victims, all victims of police brutality. And it went viral, and that was a good thing. Good thing. That was a good start. Good start. And what happened was she started throwing my name around all greasy. Yeah, fuck Tariq. Tariq say we black women can't do this, and she started lying. I'm like, oh, really? Why you gotta use my name? Just go ahead and get your shit popping and keep my name out of it. Dude, if you got something going, what you need to, and I know you're listening, Feminista, why don't you finish what you're supposed to do instead of doing something half-assed and then running a victory lap trying to go gloat, and you haven't really done what you're supposed to do yet, sweetie? She's running around on her victory lap. Her thing went viral. And people picked up on the hashtag about this moment of solidarity and all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, fuck Tariq. Yeah, I'm like, what? Then some of her little trolling partners jumped in on it. I'm like, well, look, if y'all gonna go there, man, she should thank me for just putting that fire under her ass and inspiring her to do that. Now, how you like them apples? And I knew they were gonna get riled up over that. Oh, oh, Lord, he trying to steal. Not only is he stealing our tweets, Lord, he's trying to steal our movement, Lord, Jesus. Hold my mule. They went all into the victim thing. So I knew they would get the trolling. Let me tell y'all something. I'm like a vampire. I feed off troll tears. That trolling, y'all. There's some dude named Che B. I think they must have ran this brother off the internet. They tried to troll him up and use those shaming tactics. I feed off troll tears. I'm like, This is all y'all tears. I collected all the troll tears today. All y'all black feminists, these are black feminist troll tears that I received earlier. Ah, damn, that's good. Yo, I can taste the anger. I drink troll tears. So they got riled up, which I knew they would get. I'm halfway just fucking with them, but halfway serious too. But again, Feminista, do your thing. Anything you're doing positive, I'm rooting for you, Feminista. But you need to follow up on that. You need to follow up. Feministas, what you need to do, if your shit is popping and you got some traction on your hashtag, follow it up with action, because you're out here doing victory laps, high five, and all the other coonettes. And yeah, I'm calling them coonettes because they don't do shit but troll on Twitter, and that's cooning. But instead of high-fiving them, you need to parlay that shit into action instead of running around trying to do a victory lap, because that's a beginning stage. Getting that hashtag going in that moment of solidarity, that's a beginning stage. Because all that is, basically, you haven't accomplished nothing yet. All you did was create a big-ass prayer circle. And I'm not trying to minimize what you got going on, but what you need to do is parlay that. Now, that's when you should go in and say, okay, look, now that I got everybody's attention, let's get some laws passed that'll stop police brutality. You need to start getting political on their ass instead of running around doing some shit and getting on Twitter and bragging and all that. Politicize your shit. Because all you've done now is just done a prayer circle. And I'm not trying to minimize anybody's thing, but don't do no victory lap. And you dig, and nothing has really been accomplished. Good start, bad finish. Just like exactly like Ronan said. Great start, bad finish. Because let me tell you something. The white feminists, they'll get a hashtag popping and get some shit popping and get everybody's attention and then say, hey, look, everybody, we're going to introduce this new law that we're trying to get passed. They politicize shit. They say, okay, look, now that we got everybody's attention, we're trying to build a community center for the women and the beat up, battered wives. They get some shit done. They're not going to just get everybody's attention, get a hashtag hot, and then go high-five each other. Get the shit popping. Finish it off with action. You're not doing that. You're too busy worrying about those crackhead-ass women on Twitter who troll for you and all that. You better charge their asses to the game and politicize your shit. And that's real. And that's real. I ain't got nothing against anybody doing something positive. I encourage that. I didn't look. I ain't trying to steal you. Look, I know Twitter is everything to you women. Twitter is everything to you. I know it. I ain't trying to take your Twitter shine. But parlay your shit and stop trolling. This is the time to stop that trolling. You'll fuck up everything you got started by trolling. Don't fall back on that. Finish off and finish thoroughly. Because I'm not going to beat up on you. I'm not here to beat up on nobody right now because my mind is something else. My mind is, I'm not really here to beat up on anybody. I'm not going to beat up on y'all black feminists. My mind is over here trying to help these people out. My mind is trying to help these other people out here. There's a lot of people cooning. Is the phone lines? Let me see if my phone lines are popping. Let me see if my phone lines are popping. Hold on one second. Let me make sure my phone is on deck. Hold on one second. Let me make sure everything is cool. How many people we got in here? Oh, yeah, we in here deep. We're over 1,000 people already. There we go. My phone line is popping. So the number, ladies and gentlemen, is 818-850-5404. That is the number. And we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. I want people to chime in. Okay, so with the situation over in Ferguson, our brother Mike Brown, who was killed by the officer, they finally released the officer's name. The officer's name is what? Darren Wilson, something like that? That's the officer's name? Let me get back on that in a minute. Let me see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's Tariq? This is Ronan.
Ronan, how you doing, fam?
Maintaining, man. Just want to see how things were on the trip and everything. And I wanted to see if you saw this thing on video. I'm looking at it right now, and this footage is showing this so-called footage of him being a robbery, right, where it says June 9th, 2014.
Right.
And I had to check my watch. And I was like, I mean, my eyes are bad, but it ain't that fucking bad. So I just want to know if you saw that.
Right, I saw that, and some people are talking about that. There's some people who saying that it don't kind of look like him. So there's a whole bunch of things. There's a possibility that it's him. I asked the question earlier, like, is this him? You know, so I'm thinking that most likely it is. Some people, they don't update their timer on their cameras, so that's a possibility. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming that it's him. But again, it being him doesn't justify him getting shot that many times. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know, but I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Thanks for the call. All right. What's up, Crystal? The number is 818-850-5404. 818-850-5404. It shows him walking out. So, yeah, what they did, they released the officer's name, and then, right when they released the officer's name, they did something very slick. The police released this video of him so-called robbing a store, basically shoplifting, and got into an kind of an altercation with the store owner. And they've been replaying that over and over and over and over again on the news channels. You notice that? They haven't stopped playing that. And that did not have anything to do with the shooting. That didn't have anything to do with the shooting. It had zero to do with the shooting. The officer didn't stop him because of the robbery. But let me tell you something. They haven't shown a picture of the cop yet. Now, have y'all seen it on the news? Let me not speak too soon, because again, I just got off a plane, and when I was looking at some of the news footage on television, they never showed a picture of the cop. Have they showed? I just got off a plane. Have they showed a picture of that police officer yet on television? Have you guys seen it? Maybe I don't want to speak out of too soon. Yeah, dude. Not only are they using these criminalizing code words, because if y'all go back a few days, I tweeted, I said, look, how many days is it going to be until they start really criminalizing this dude? Dude, they're going to blow that robbery up. Let me tell you what they're also going to do. They're also talking about, let me show y'all what they're going to do. Those cigars, they're going to put extra value on the cigars. They're trying to say, let me tell you why they're doing this. They're trying to say that the cigars were $50 each. You know what? Have y'all heard that? They're trying to make it seem like the cigars were $50 each. The value was $50 each for the cigars. Have y'all heard that? Uh-huh. Because what happens is, if you steal, I think, is it $250 and up? If you steal a certain amount of money, it's not a misdemeanor no more. Now it's a felony. So now, if they can inflate the value of those cigars he stole, they can now say, felon, suspect, Mike Brown. It's 47 a box. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I knew it was like either 250 or 300. Yeah. So 50, dude. I got some cigars from the Dominican Republic. I got some Cuban cigars that ain't no damn $50 each. I got Cuban cigars that ain't $50 each. But if they can get that word felon in there, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the word felon in there. They're trying to get the word felon in there. You better understand how white supremacy works. Hell yeah, Cubans are expensive. But they're trying to get that word felony in there because let me tell you something. They are going to try to... There's a high possibility that that cop is going to get off. I'm going to be 100. There's a high possibility that that cop is going to get off, dude. I'm going to be 100. I'm not... Dude, just by being out there, seeing the game, how the game is being played, I talked to a lot of people when I was out there. I'm not going to smoke them. I got them as souvenirs. I might give them to my friends. You say, don't say that. I feel you. But I'm saying, dude, it's time for us to get serious because, look, we doing prayer vigils and all this stuff, man. We got to get serious. We got to come up with a real tangible plan here. Because I talk to people out there, black, and white and other people in the dominant society, and seeing how they're getting the public perception going, I already know how they're going to go in court with this situation. I already know. And dude, I've talked to people outside the black community too, and just listening to them, they want that cop to get off, dude. They want that cop to get off. Even I've been ear hustling. I've been just kind of ear hustling conversations from white people and other people out there between themselves. They ain't even talking to me, but I'm just listening to them. There was 2 white ladies when I was at the airport talking about it. They're like, "Yeah, did you hear about this the story? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but you know," and I'm listening. I'm ear hustling, and this is the conversation. They're like, "Yeah, you know that situation is crazy, but you know I think there's fault on both sides." Yeah. I'm listening to 2 white women say this. I'm just like, you know, acting like I ain't paying attention. I'm listening to them. I'm like, wow, okay. Because St. Louis is a very white city. St. Louis is whiter than I imagined. This is my first time going to St. Louis. St. Louis is a very white city. I was at the airport in St. Louis. I could count the black people on one hand who was traveling and just going in and out. The only black people who the people who work there. But as far as people going in and out, I can count them on one hand. And St. Louis, that area, they have that good old boys vibe. That vibe in St. Louis, it's a good old boys type of vibe. The vibe I got there is the same vibe I got in Texas. It's that thing where these white dudes, I see everywhere I go, just a bunch of white dudes sitting around talking, handling business. Handling business. Everywhere I went, white dudes, not even women, just a bunch of white dudes chopping up game, handling business. Networking with each other. That's all I saw in St. Louis. I didn't see black folks running shit. Black people working and, you know, black people were employees. But what you say you heard different. I'm like, and I'm in the main part of St. Louis. Now, I'm not talking about Ferguson yet. I went to Ferguson too, but I'm just talking about when you get to St. Louis, the general vibe in St. Louis. You say, Ferguson and St. Louis is like right here. When people make it seem like Ferguson is somewhere off in the suburbs, dude, you can walk to St. Louis from Ferguson. Let's just be very clear. You can walk to St. Louis from Ferguson. It's the same shit, basically. I was like in the downtown area and all that by the airport and all that. And I'm talking about the people that's really running things. I'm talking about people with who are running things. Now, when I went to Ferguson, you know, they had different people protesting all over the place. And the brothers and sisters out there are real cool. Smart brothers and sisters out there had a great time vibing and chopping up game with everybody. Real good people out there. You think about disarming the police? What does that mean? Like, what do you mean by that? You thought the same thing you would get at Johnny Cochran? Oh, the lawyers. The Benjamin Crump, that just kills me. But the vibe in Ferguson, in the daytime, is one thing. At night, it's different. Hold on, this person keeps calling. Let me get this person on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up with you, Traiq? It's Big Dan, man.
What's up, Dan? How you doing, fam?
I'm chilling, bro. Hey, man, I want you to talk a little bit about the model minority theory. A lot of people bring that up when we talking about, you know, how black people are like the only group that still don't comply, you know, in society, and other minorities do. That's bullshit.
Right. So What exactly is your disagreement with that?
Well, the model minority says that basically, like, for example, Asians have come here and they've been oppressed too, but they've been able to overcome it.
Right.
But black people are still acting, however people say they're acting. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and we talked about that in Hidden Colors 3. That other groups of people, they haven't been deliberately disenfranchised like black people in America. Black people have been specifically targeted for disenfranchisement, and also other people, when they came over by choice. Also, if things got too rough, they could go back. We didn't have that option. So there's a lot of caveats there that people tend to leave out. Also, you can't point to an Asian leader that was killed by the CIA or the FBI. There is no COINTELPRO for Hispanic leader. There's no COINTELPRO for a gay leader. You know what I'm saying? So we've been targeted in every form of society in a negative way. So that's something that we just can't sweep under the rug. So I don't listen to that nonsense. I just focus on what we need to do to build. But anyway, man, thank you for the call, fam.
Right on.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we need to get off that thing where we're trying to impress people and act like the so-called model minority. We got to cut that out. We got to cut all that out. You found this on Tumblr. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at my Facebook. They are whining about that tweet. What's that? He stole this tweet. Somebody put something on Tumblr. He stole this tweet from a black woman and has a history of being a patriarchal asshole with ass rants about how feminism is destroying the black family. Oh, that woman, please get her tweet back. Give that woman her tweet back. Poor thing. Please give that woman her tweet back. What are these people talking about on my Twitter page? This is the location. This me at the location. It doesn't make sense. Okay, but yeah, y'all follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Tariq Nasheed, by the way. That's how y'all can follow me. We're in here deep. And we're going to have some more. The phone number for all the people, I want everybody to call and chime in, 818-850-5404. 818-850-5404. Whining about I stole a tweet. Poor thing. These women are going to be on. They have that woes me, that welfare woes me. I'm just so struggling, and if the world is beating me down, they will make anything about getting some sympathy for themselves. That's just sad when you got a grown ass middle-aged lady whining about a tweet. Oh Lord. Lord, why, Lord, did he steal my tweet, Lord? All my life I've had to fight, Lord Jesus. I don't need my tweet stolen like that, Lord. Still I rise, still I rise. You turn into Maya Angelou over a tweet. What's up, baby girl? This is my beautiful daughter right here. That is my beautiful baby girl. They sound like Benjamin Crumb. Who is Xanos? Is somebody in here trolling? Yeah, I still do the podcast, Rhino. I still do the podcast. The tweet I was just talking about, it was the crime rate. It was the crime rate in Ferguson. So it was some crime stats. So I'm like, okay, let me pop this and get it popping. That's hilarious. Bless Feminista's heart. Bless her heart. But she need to get out there and do some work, though. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. But again, yeah, crime rates are public. Okay, but bless her heart, dude. Again, with those black feminists, Twitter is literally all they have. Twitter is all they have going in life. The number is 818-850-5404. Let's see who's calling. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Yo, this is Luke from Traiq City.
What's up, player? How you doing?
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised, man, with this video they had with Mike Brown allegedly stealing these cigars.
Stop doing that. Yeah.
I would not be surprised they had this in their pocket as an ace in the hole just in case if this cop goes to trial, so it could prejudice the jury.
Dude, let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. If this goes to trial, this is what they're going to say. Y'all heard it here first. This is what they're going to say. Felon, and because they're going to work the word felon in there, they're going to raise the value of those cigars so that it'll be a felony. Felon Mike Brown committed strong arm robbery. They're going to use all the buzzwords. He was out in the street, and the defense is going to be like, well, what? That's not, how did it tie in? They're going to say he had the mentality of a criminal robber. He thought the police was pulling him over for robbery. He tried to take the cop's gun, and he tried to escape. That's exactly what they're going to say in court. That's why they're setting all this up. That's why they're playing that video over and over again. They're going to go in court and put all types of extra shit on it, dude. And they're going to try to get that cop off. I'm telling you how this shit is going down. And if they get a bunch of people who are non-black on that jury, they're going to believe them. That's why I'm saying folks need to see the whole game. We thinking about what's right and what's wrong. You got to understand we're dealing with the system of white supremacy. White supremacy is all about maintaining its supremacy. So they're going to try to work this situation to their benefit using all of those stereotypical black code words. So we got to get on the ball. That's why we got to be more political minded, man. But hey, player, thank you. Any last thoughts, brother?
Thank you.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Like I said, they're going to go in there talking about when he got pulled over, the cop didn't know he was a felon. The cop didn't know about the robbery, but Michael thought the cop was about to arrest him for the robbery, so he tried to take the cop's gun. They're going to put extra shit on it, man. That's if he goes to trial. Dude, I think it's going to trial. I think it's going to go to trial. I don't want it to now. Trust me, I don't. I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I want the cop to get arrested and whatever, but I'm looking at it from all angles. Cotton, chill. Cotton, chill. Yeah, the group Anonymous didn't have the right cop. I mean, they didn't have the right person. You say the city is 71% black, but the thing is, dude, don't think that they won't work that into a way to get like Hispanics and Asians and Middle Eastern people on that jury pool. Don't think that they won't do that. Don't think that they won't do that. Don't think that they won't start pulling in some of them white people from St. Louis. Don't think that they'll just get people from Ferguson. People thought that in the L.A. trial out here with Rodney King. They thought, okay, he got his ass beat in L.A. County, so obviously they're going to get people within the neighborhood. They took that trial out to Simi Valley, about 10 miles from where I am now. The Rodney King trial, if y'all remember. The Rodney King trial was taken to a place called Simi Valley. Simi Valley is mostly white, mostly Republican. That's why when people saw that Rodney King ass whooping at trial, they were like, I don't see nothing wrong here. Not guilty. They'll pull a whammy-bammy on your ass, man. You don't understand white supremacy. You don't understand white supremacy and how that shit works. Jury nullification, you don't know how that works. Thank you, Harlem. Y'all don't understand. The name of the game is to get white jurors no matter how far they are. And if you get some black folks, get a dumb, halfway retarded black person like they got that woman from the Michael Dunn trial down there in Florida. I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but that chick they had, the one black chick on the trial, she was slow as hell. She looked like, the chick looked like Young Mello. They get somebody like that can be punked out by the rest of the white jurors. Juror number 8, they get somebody slow who can be punked out. If they get some black people, they'll get black people who can be punked out. Or some coons. What's up, Nikki Love? How you doing, sweetie? Because did y'all see the interview with that chick in the Michael Dunn trial? I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. She was slow as hell. Clayton Bigsby. Dude, but again, excuse me, my throat and shit. I was up shit damn near 24 hours. But anyway, I'm in Ferguson. So in Ferguson, when y'all see stuff on the news, that's one thing. On the news, they brought the black police chief out. Y'all saw that. What's up, my dude from England? But they brought out the black police chief, and they got photo ops of him walking around the neighborhood, and they were making it seem like the protesters were just so in love with this guy. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw all that footage? What's that guy's name? The black police chief, Ron something? Yeah, the black savior. And notice when he was walking around, most of the people that were cheering him on, they were middle-aged women, older black folks, and little small children. Y'all got to understand this. Understand what's happening. When y'all see like the Sharpton rallies, not trying to shit on Sharpton, but when y'all see Benjamin Crump and all these people out there, usually they're middle-aged black folks, older black people, or very small children in the crowd. You don't see like young black men there. Too many young black men there. And in the daytime, you also have some liberal white people who come out and, you know, they're supporting, and shout out to them. You know, they got the signs up and, you know, they're cheering, and, you know, the media's out in the daytime and everything is peaceful. Everything is cool in the daytime. You know, I went down to City Hall and I was chopping up game with folks, and now that's what we're going to talk about, that mix. And, you know, when I went out there, you know, I wasn't trying to, you know, I'm not trying to get in the spotlight or nothing, because I was trying to blend in a little bit. I was trying to kind of blend in. When I got to some of these spots, people would recognize me and want to take a bunch of pictures and shit, and then they wanted me to talk. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not here to do none of that shit. None of that. So when people started doing that, I just kind of bounced and then went to some other spots, because I'm not trying to do no interviews. I ain't trying to be out there. No. I'm out there just peeping. Because, see, that's the thing. A lot of folks use situations like this to get some airtime. Fuck all that. I'm out here peeping. I'm out here peeping game. I'm out here trying to get intel. I'm out here trying to gather information and see what the hell is going on and see what we can do as far as solutions. And the daytime, the vibe was different. I went over there by the Quick Trip store, and, you know, I was talking to some brothers and sisters out there. Yeah, they wanted me to start leading the rally. Like, hey, man, Tariq Nasheed right here, man. Get the bullhorn and talk. I'm like, no, I ain't here for that, bro. Let me talk to you. I'm like, you tell me what's happening. Talk to me, you know? And I'm vibing with people, and I met some real good brothers and sisters out there. They're telling me the vibe. Most people I talk to tell me that the way the cops are always fucking with brothers out there. The cops are always rocking with brothers like that. The cops are always, everybody was saying that that's a common thing for the cops to just really go over the top harassing the brothers and sisters out there. That's real talk, Maurice. That's real talk. We got to get out that black leader mindset. We got to get out of that black leader mindset, because whenever I showed up, people wanted to run and prop me up. Hell to the no. Absolutely not. We don't need that. Fuck that, because to me, that's a cop-out. To me, that's a cop-out. And I don't say that disrespectfully. I don't say that disrespectfully. I do not say that disrespectfully. I'm very flattered that people would want me to lead and speak up and all that. I'm saying this in a very respectful way. The problem is, certain black people, they want you to get in front because you can articulate the vision better, and that's cool. I think I can articulate certain things better. But then you have people who are just scared to get hit themselves, so they'll push you out there to take all the hits. And if you get something done, cool. If not, you get those hits and they start arresting you, then they can kind of back up. You dig what I'm saying? So the problem is we got to get out of that mentality and all just get a code of conduct. Because that's the thing that's missing, a code of conduct. So anyway, I'm out there vibing and chopping up game with people. And again, in the daytime, it's different. It's kind of peaceful, kind of calm. And down the street from what I call Ground Zero, because I'm over in Ground Zero, over by the Quick Trip and all that. I'm over there in the projects. I'm in the belly of the beast. I'm over here chopping up game with brothers and sisters in the projects, right over there where our brother got killed. So I'm out here vibing with folks, just really trying to see what's popping. So I leave that area. Then I go to the nicer business area, because over here where in Ground Zero in Ferguson, now I'm in Ferguson now, where the central part of the protest is where the Quick Trip is. And right behind the Quick Trip is the crime scene. But the Quick Trip, that's the central location where everybody's gravitating to. And they gravitate to the City Hall spot. And in the daytime, you got all types of media set up out there, CNN and all these people. And ain't no cops around there. None. No cops are around there. Now, down the street, in the business part, they got like a Target and all the nice stores, cops are swarmed over this shit. It's just a parking lot full of cops. I showed some pictures, I think, on Twitter. But it's a parking lot full of SWAT teams, snipers, all that shit. Over there in the nice business area. They're protecting those nice businesses. Now, that's where people were getting arrested. If you take pictures of them throwing out smoke bombs and all that, they were arresting people. So I'm trying to be very careful by taking pictures. They got, cops are out there with fucking rifles and sniper guns. I mean, this shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That shit is a swarming with cops. And it's quiet. They're like security guards for all those businesses. Now, the interesting thing, again, now all the stuff y'all see on TV is most of the stuff you see in the daytime. They're like, everything is peaceful, everything is cool, everything is quiet. Now, at night, that's a little different. At around 6 o'clock, the cops basically start dispatching. At around 6 o'clock, they start blocking off certain streets. Nigga, this shit literally turns into The Purge at night. If you haven't seen The Purge, go see. I keep making this reference about the Purge movie. If you haven't seen The Purge, please go see that movie. The Ferguson area, the main drag of Ferguson. Dude, when I say that shit is like The Purge, I'm not exaggerating. Has anybody been out there at night? I ain't talking about in the daytime, because a lot of people who are outsiders, they don't really go out there at night. They don't go out there at night. In the movie The Purge, people are doing business in the daytime. Everything is normal. But when it starts getting dark, everybody gets the hell out of town. They start locking off streets, so everybody starts getting the hell inside when nighttime comes. So nighttime is about to come, and you can just feel the energy is about to change. The energy is about to change at night. So the cops start blocking off streets. They start dispatching. Other cars come in with more weaponry in the nice business areas. Now remember, the cops are not going into the main Ground Zero area, which is the Quick Trip. That's the main rallying area. It's like a one long street. So the cops don't go nowhere near there. They don't go nowhere near that shit. It's no cops at all there. But outside, protecting the outside businesses, that's where the cops are. So at night, it's like thousands of people out here. That's when you get the young cats out there. So now, at night, it's like thousands of people out there. They're rallying and, they're chanting and stuff. And there's different types of energy. Now, all the white people who are marching and rallying in the daytime, they got the fuck out of Dodge. They're gone, and rightfully so. They're gone in the day at night. Dude, you got dudes out there. You know, in the movie The Purge, people had masks. You got a lot of dudes out there with masks on. It's literally just like The Purge. I got footage of some of that stuff. I got it on my my other camera. But a lot of the reporters, they bounce at night. But who is Jones? Somebody in here trolling Jones. We know white supremacy exists. Stop breeding. Okay. Yeah, let me get you out of here, Jones, because when I start trying to get deep on some stuff. But like I said, out there in the main drag, I was out there last night and I was posting some pictures on Instagram. Because again, I'm like in the mix. That's like the hood. That's like right over there by the projects. So you got a lot of people chanting, people driving in their cars. And again, there's no policing, nothing. And it's real dark over there. It's real dark. There's really no lights. There's only a few lights. The Quick Trip is, it's burned down. So it's a whole bunch of people in damn near pitch blackness. It's just real dark out there. You can see car lights and all that. But it's a real weird vibe. But the energy is just really, really trippy. So I get out there and I'm hearing gunshots ringing at night. I got out there like around 9-ish. I got back around 9. So I'm hearing gunshots ring out and shit. So we don't know where the guns are coming from. And again, people are like riding on top of their cars, chanting. A lot of the activity is kind of festive because I posted up some pictures and some people were saying, okay, hold on. Let me block this one dude. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I hate when people break up my train of thought with trolling on this shit. But anyway, like I was saying. So people were saying, man, it's like Freaknik out there, man. People out there seem like they're celebrating. It seems like that, but the thing is, that's more of misdirected energy. And basically, don't get fooled by the festive mentality. Because when you look at some of the footage and people out there, some of the vibe is kind of festive. They're like, yay, this is for Mike, hands up. This is for, it's almost like a party vibe. But don't get it twisted. That shit can make a left turn at any moment. That chick can make a left turn at any moment. And I saw it make a left turn at the drop of a hat. Because you got a lot of people out there like, yeah, yay, festive. And you got some dudes out there like, nigga, fuck the police. With signs like, fuck the police. Nigga, this Crip, nigga, this blood. So you got dudes banging out there the whole shebang. And I was talking to some of the gangbangers and the real street dudes. So there's all types of energy out there. I saw some brothers with the fezzes on. I saw some people out there talking Hebrew Israelite stuff. So you got all types of people. You got Muslims out there. So at night, it's a hashtag of black youth. And they are all over the place. You got the street dudes, the activists, just a whole gumbo of people. And when people are dancing and partying, they're doing that because now they feel like they're in control of that area now. So they know it's temporary. So what they want to do is really enjoy being in control for once. I know that feeling because we had the same feeling in LA during the riots. Because in that area, you have people just beating you down 24 hours a day. So now, even though things are in disarray, you got control of the block. Temporarily, but now you're running the block and ain't nobody fucking with you right now. So I think a lot of them are relishing in that because it's something new. It's something new. You understand? But one thing, there's pros and cons here. One thing I did notice that I liked and I respected was that even though the area is wide open, it's the purge. It's like anything can go at this time. Anything goes at nighttime on that street, anything goes. Just like in the movie The Purge, nothing is illegal. You can do anything on that street. Nothing is illegal right now on that street. It's the purge. Nothing is illegal. So now you can do stuff without any kind of repercussion from law enforcement now. So people are kind of grasping and getting an adrenaline rush for that. But what I did notice, the black people there were policing themselves. That's what they're not showing. when you go out there on the main drag, I saw people directing traffic. And I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, damn, the cops are real bold. They're out there directing traffic. Boy, the cops are bold. I'm like, how come they're not getting at these cops? And I see people saying, fuck the police. But I noticed it wasn't the cops. There were brothers in the neighborhood, young dudes. I'm like 21, 22, young dudes out there. They designated certain dudes to kind of police traffic to make sure everybody goes through smoothly. So brothers are out there making sure that people don't get in no accident. They're making sure that the traffic flows. They're making sure that people ain't out there getting too rowdy. So the brothers are out there policing the whole community themselves. Nothing but respect for that. Another thing, you got other brothers and sisters coming out bringing food and drinks for everybody. They're going out bringing food, drinks, water for everybody. Everybody's just kind of working together, looking out for each other now. So they're policing themselves, and they're not showing that. And that's a plus. I'm looking at all of this stuff. So, again, that street over there is a long street, and there's a lot of activities. There's thousands of people out there. Now, you do have a couple of brave reporters on the sideline, because some of the reporters, they're on the side streets, you know, kind of hanging around. Hopefully, you know, if something goes down, they can possibly go out and get some footage. But a lot of the reporters, who most of them are white, are kind of low-key. There was one white reporter who kind of wandered off from the main center area. He walked down the street, and again, you got bands of dudes out here with masks on, and you dig? So certain people are cool, certain people are not. Dude, this one white reporter, he walked off into the wrong crowd. In about 3 seconds, he caught a fade. They got in his ass. And then some other brothers and sisters jumped out of a car and stopped those brothers from jumping him. And I showed y'all some of that footage on Instagram. I caught the aftermath of it. I didn't get all of it. I caught the aftermath of it. But they didn't let that go down. They like, no, man, this dude didn't do nothing to you, man. Get off of him. You can't do that to him. Don't do that. So that was the vibe out there, man. The vibe was all over the place. But the people out there, they're policing that area. They're policing that area out there. And the thing is, when people talk about unity, people always say, well, black people need unity, black people need unity, black people need unity. The thing is, it ain't just unity we need, because last night and every other night in Ferguson, there's a lot of unity. You got black people from all walks of life in Ferguson. You got black folks from all walks of life. The problem is you got unity, but there is no code and there is no direction. You got all these people with all this energy and don't know what to do. Do not know what to do, so we got to really get out a code of conduct. Just like those in the dominant society. So we got to really get a code of conduct on what to do. No matter what walk of life we're from. We got to get that code of conduct. I want to go back out there and get something. Because now, again, I was out there just kind of vibing with people. And again, I'm in the hood. And the media and all these people, they're scared to go down there in that spot. They're scared to go down there because that shit is real down there, dude. Y'all look at my Instagram and see some of those brothers I was talking to. That shit is real down there. And they show me nothing but love down there. They show me the utmost respect down there. They show me the utmost respect. What's up, Kiana? But that's the thing. Everybody, see, my thing is, I'm concerned with the people from that area. That's why I was down in the hood. I was down there in Ground Zero at night. Because, you know, I like to get to the root of the shit. And I like to get around the people who's affected the most. And what happens is that you get a lot of people from the Negro civil rights crowd. You get all these outsiders who really deep down don't give a fuck about what's happening with those kids in those neighborhoods. Because all those kids, I'm out there with the Mike Browns. I'm out there with a whole bunch of Mike Browns. All those kids could be the potential next Mike Brown. So that's who I'm out there with, vibing with them. Nobody's really talking to them. Notice that a lot of the witnesses, people don't even talk to them. They barely talk to them. The only time they'll talk to the witnesses down there, if it's a lawyer, the witness has a lawyer sitting next to him. The lawyer's about to get some money. You dig? The lawyers are going to get some paper, so they'll sit up with them then. But as far as just really chopping up game with the kids out there and just seeing what's going on and what we can do to protect them so they can be safe, nobody's really tackling that. So we got to get real serious, man. And we got the Negro civil rights crowd, man, they're a disgrace as far as I'm concerned. They're too passive, man, that whole thing. That's why the kids don't respect them. The kids do not respect them. Like Hidden Colors, that's why my movies, man, we tell you what to do. Here's some solutions. That's why when I talk about something, I will point back to Hidden Colors 3, so you can look at that and look at the solutions. We flesh them all out. So, and also we got to stop being so reactionary. We need to be practicing our codes all the time, so when shit like this happens, we're already ready. We need to stay ready. We need to stay ready. What's going on? Who's calling? Hello? Hey.
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hello? Hello?
Dude.
Hello?
Nigga. Hey, what's up with
Hello?
your phone, man?
Hello, is this Tariq?
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
All right. Got his dumb ass off the phone. Let's see who else is on the phone. Playing on my phone. Fool? Hello? Who's calling?
Hello?
What's up? Who's this?
Yeah, this is the new ticket from Twitter.
Oh, were you that dude, that male feminist sympathizer?
I don't really know what that means, man. You're going to have to explain that one.
But no, you contacted me, so you explain what your gripe is. You contacted me. You were trolling me. I blocked you, so I didn't see too much of what you had to say. But what was your gripe?
Okay, so you blocked me, but now you want to know what I had to say. Which one is it?
First of all, stop using woman logic. I'm not going to talk to a man like he's a chick. Now, you called up. You called up. What's on your mind?
No, you told me to call in because of what was going on with Feminista Jones. And so you said call in, so here I am.
Well, no, you tweeted me. You brought it to yourself to tweet me. What are you tweeting me for?
Wait, say that one more time.
You tweeted me out the blue. Brother, I don't know who you are to save my life. You just introduced yourself to me as some dude tweeting me on Twitter. What's your gripe with me? Now, we've wasted 3 minutes on some filibustering bullshit. Say what's on your mind.
3 minutes. My gripe with you is not really a gripe because, honestly, I appreciate, I took a quick Google search of you. I appreciate, some of the stuff that you put out. I think it was like color lines or,
brother, what's your gripe, brother? I know my bio, brother. What's your gripe? What is your gripe with me? I know my bio.
Well, why would you say what you said to Feminista Jones?
What did I say to her?
You said something like, it was actually me who influenced her to create the NMSO 14 movement. That was visuals around the country.
I influenced her to do something. Yeah, I did.
What do you mean you influenced her to do so? What does that mean?
That means that Feminista Jones spends a lot of time trolling on Twitter, and I've always called her out for trolling, and I've always said she needs to get out there and do some action, do more things outside of just trolling. I'm always telling her that, and she finally did it. So I think that I might have had some influence in that. That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay,
so you mean to tell me, I just listened to you, and you almost put me to sleep. But you talk so much about...
Stop being sassy, dude. You stop all that sassy chick shit and talk to me like a man.
Sassy?
Sassy.
Okay.
Talk to me like a man. Talk to me like a man, boy. Talk to me like a man. You talk to me like a man. Stop talking to me like you a girl.
Well, is this going to be a real discussion? I mean, I know you might be a little scared.
Dude, just talk to me like a man. You trying to make all these little sassy. You put me to sleep. You cut all that out and talk like a man, dude.
You're making yourself.
Dude, hey, bruh. Talk to me like a man. I'm not gonna go talk in circles and talk to no grown ass man like no chick. All right. All right, now, brother.
Diminished Feminista Jones, a black woman who rose to the occasion and decided to aid in what she saw as an important outrage, but disorganized outrage, and communicated with community leaders, grassroots organizers to unify people into a unified force that will hopefully empower people to produce a unified movement.
Dude.
But you took time out of your day, not to create a solution.
Yes, I do.
You took
yes,
time
I
out
do.
of your day to say,
yes, I do.
Actually, it was me who...
no, I didn't. No, I didn't take time out my day. Wait, brother. What? Hold on. Brother. Hold on, because I'm not going to let this fool just kind of rant over and over. I'm not having a girly talk with the guy. Hey, bruh.
Yeah.
All right, now
I can hear you.
Again, because when you start ranting like that, I gotta mute you for a minute because you're not going to just rant like that.
Oh, so you mute me when I'm specifically dismantling what
you're not dismantling anything. You're talking over me, and I'm not going to let you do that.
You were talking over me.
Well, this is my show. I can do that. Because you're not going to just bogart it. You're not going to bogart it. You know, whoa. You're not going to, whoa, brother. No. Brother, you ain't going to do that. What he said ain't true. Feminista Jones did her little movement thing and then started gloating, throwing my name in her mouth. That was the problem. She started gloating and throwing my name in her mouth. That was the problem.
Okay.
That was the problem. So what? Let me say this, brother. You don't throw accusations at me. Ask me what I said, and I'll tell you what I said. But don't start throwing out accusations and stuff I didn't say. I didn't take my time out to say anything about Feminista Jones. She's always throwing my name in her mouth, and I responded. And early on the show tonight, I said, hey, more power to her. That's her movement. Let her rock with that. I don't want to shine from that because, again, that's not enough as far as I'm concerned. That's a great start, but she has to finish it. So instead of running... What, bro? Bro, stop talking over me, dude. I ain't finished. God damn it.
Well, you muted me.
Dude, I can, man, if you don't get your moist ass,
dude.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to let this dude talk over me. With these little old moist, emotional dudes. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm back. Dude, you can't do that. I'm not letting you bogart the conversation here, pimpin'. Now, let me finish what I was saying. I want that sister to rock out with her cock out. I want her to do her. I want her to be the best activist she can be. Her problem is she spends too much time trolling. That's her problem. I want that sister to be the best. I ain't got nothing against that sister. I got my own shit going. I got the #1 documentary in the country. I don't need to even discuss that woman whatsoever. Do you, but y'all need to keep my name out your mouth. That's the bottom line. Because when I respond, all of a sudden everybody's a victim. So that's what I'm saying. Keep my name out y'all mouth. Does that make any sense, brother?
Is this where I get to talk or you
go ahead,
so I can't hear you?
Go ahead to talk.
Go ahead to talk. Know that you muted me, and so I can't hear you.
Brother,
they can't hear me.
Okay, get to the point. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Well, tell me how it is a solution to characterize all black women, especially feminist women on Twitter, despite the fact that Oscar Grant is dead, Sean Bell is dead, Amadou Diallo is dead, Eric Gardner is
stop.
dead.
I want you to stop. I want you to stop right there, brother. I want you to stop right there, brother. Let me stop you. Brother, stop right there. Let me tell you something what I'm not going to let you do too. I'm not going to let you sneak in a lie and then keep talking after you throw a lie in.
I just said a bunch of black men were dead. How is that a lie?
I'm going to tell you, the first thing out your mouth was a lie. You said, well, how come you categorize all black women? Big ass lie. I want you to point out when I've ever categorized all black women. Right now. When have I done that?
Okay. You did. All right. I take that back.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, go on with your comments. Now, when you lie, I'm going to have to stop you. But go ahead with your comments. Go ahead.
Okay, I respect that. Tell me how it's a solution when in the midst of a national public outrage, it is an opportune time to discourage someone who worked with community organizers, grassroots leaders, and to diminish and take credit away from someone who protracted a movement, or not a movement, but a group of vigils across the country.
Right.
Wouldn't it be a solution to help invigorate and energize and even use your platform, because I think you have a bunch of followers?
Yes, I do.
Wouldn't it be a better solution, and instead of drinking from that bottle, to drink from the bottle of solidarity and to try to amplify her voice?
Now, stop right there. Okay, got it. Now, the question you asked, you should be asking her that. Because the thing is, if you got a movement and you getting traction, you got your hashtag going public, and now people are jumping on it, why are you hopping on Twitter talking about fuck Tariq? They started that nonsense, and I responded back to them. So that's the question you need to ask them, bruh. They got on this whole fuck Tariq thing. I'm over here in the belly of the beast. I'm over there in Ferguson, in the hood, getting it in, talking to folks, trying to get solutions popping. And I'm looking on Twitter. They're like, look, yay, we did it. Fuck Tariq, he ain't shit. Don't worry about me if you out here doing all these big things. Keep my name out your mouth. See, brother, the thing is...
why are you worried about her then?
Dude, if they on my Twitter line...
We're having a discussion about her because you talked about her. And you're drinking from a bottle. You're telling her not to care about you.
Dude.
But you're having a whole segment about her.
Dude, ain't nobody got no whole segment about her. We talk. People in the chat room are talking about it. I mentioned it. Why don't you go to them and say, hey, why don't y'all stop talking and trolling? Because all they do for the most part is troll on Twitter. And you know that. If you sit up here and act like you don't know that the majority of what they do, those black feminists, they troll on Twitter. That's all they do. You need to be stepping to them saying that. Now let's keep it 100. Do they troll or not? Do they troll or not, brother? Do they troll a lot or not? Let's keep it 100.
What's the definition of troll?
Man, don't you know what a goddamn troll is? Don't act silly now, bruh. Don't act silly. Tell me what's the definition of don't give me that. What's the definition of a troll? You know what trolling is. Just on the internet talking crazy. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck. Just talking real reckless on Twitter.
How was she talking crazy?
Dude.
She organized a nationwide protest with 79 protest organizers around the country, and was on USA Today being congratulated for what she did. How do you call that trolling?
Didn't nobody say, who said that was trolling? Now you're trying to mix something up, but nobody said that, dude. You think like a chick and you talk like a chick. Nobody said that was trolling. Wait, stop. Dude, what you talking about? You trying to blur lines. Nobody said that was trolling. Dude, you sound like a woman. Dude, you sound like, dude, whoa, brother. Whoa, slow down, man. Get your thong receipt out, dude. Chill out, dude.
Oh, man,
chill your ass out,
bro.
dude. Chill your ass out. Man, dude, get your moist ass off my phone. You feel me? Because if you're not going to respect the conversation, you got to get up out of here, player. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? All right, now. All right, but yeah, you ain't going to disrespect, dude. I don't like niggas talking real reckless on the phone, and I don't like that. Talk to me like a grown man. Now, again, I didn't say that. Hey, feminist, if she gets some shit popping, I'll be the first one to support it. If it's something for the community, I'm down. She has a good start. I want to see her finish it. But trolling all on the internet and all that, that's something, if you're really concerned about keeping a movement going and being positive, those black feminists are some of the biggest trolls on the internet, dude. You know that. So I'm like, why are you sympathizing with that?
I've experienced a lot of what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm not, from what you said, I experienced a lot of what you're talking about. But how is the appropriate response doing the troll tears thing with a bottle and like kind of painting them with like this one brush, as if these people, these kind of patriarchal notions of like they're emotionally excessive and all this stuff, when they're part of, we need everybody in this movie.
Patriarchal notions.
Patriarchal
notions? Well, you got.
You want me to spell that word for you? You need me to get you a dictionary? What's so difficult?
Okay, so it sounds like you buy into some of that black feminism, black male patriarchy.
No,
you don't.
I was talking about 3 black men, mentors. I know about anti-racism ideologies. I know about patriarchal ideologies. I know about global liberationist ideologies. I'm versed in a lot of stuff. So
brother,
don't try to characterize
brother.
me
Okay,
as
don't try to talk about something out of. You're talking about something out of
context.
context, brother. You're talking about something out of context. I asked you specifically about this patriarchal notion thing. What are you trying to say? Is there some type of black male patriarchy? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm trying to say the Troll of Tears. I mean, the Troll of Tears. The
bottle of tears. Yeah.
The bottle
Troll
of
tears. Troll tears. Right.
Yeah, Troll Tears is alluding to this patriarchal idea that women are excessively emotional and they're always crying. Am I not wrong?
Alluding, look, brother. I don't do the alluding thing because alluding, that's something that goes on in your mind. I rock with what I'm saying.
Okay.
Rock with what I'm saying, brother. I don't know what goes on in your mind. If I stand up, you might be alluding that I'm about to do karate. I don't know what's in your mind, brother. I'm just go by what I say. Go by what I say, because your imagination is wild. I can't generate or control what goes on in your imagination.
Oh,
let's deal with me on what I say. You deal with what I'm
mood.
saying. All that when you talk about alluding, no. I don't know what you're alluding to or what you think I'm alluding to. So just go by my words. Just talk about what I'm saying, because I have no problem telling you what I think and my ideology and my position. You feel me?
Okay. But earlier when you were talking about they're going to paint Mike Brown as a criminal, and they're going to say felon, and they're going to say strong arm robbery. Isn't that alluding to the criminalization of black men? Isn't that what you were alluding to?
Brother, what are you talking about? Am I alluding to the... I'm
telling you... Am I using stupid words for you? Let me try to use...
No, brother. You ain't... you really talking like one of those black feminists. You say something real off the wall and think that it's deep. It's just off the wall what you're saying. What you're saying, you ain't making no sense, brother. You're not making no sense. It ain't deep what you're saying.
Okay, let me spell it out.
Brother, what you're saying ain't deep. You're just not making sense, brother. I didn't allude to anything. I'm telling you what they're trying to put together as far as a case, because this is what they do when it comes to black men historically, especially in a case like this. They will go out of their way to criminalize
what about
them.
you?
So, okay, now are we going to start just jumping all over the place with topics now? Dude, you've been raped. Dude, what are you talking about, dude? You're talking about, first you're talking about, whoa. First you're talking about Feminist the Jones. Then you're talking about protests. Then you're talking about Mike Brown. Now you're like, what about you? Dude, I'm not, brother, you all over the place, brother. Why are you all over the place? Brother, you all over the place, and it sounds like you sound like you're intellectually defeated, brother. I gotta
get out of here, you damn nigga.
There you go. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. There you go. Get out of
here, you damn nigga.
All right, I'm not gonna let this dude call up and just talk in circles. This dude sounds like a woman. This dude sounds like a woman. I'm not about to argue with no man like I'm talking to a woman. The only reason a nigga would even engage in a conversation like that with a woman is if some ass is going to be popping off later on. There's no reason to talk to no dude in circles. I ain't talking to no grown-ass goddamn man in circles. What about you, though? Fuck out of here. That's how your chick argue with you. You bringing up something, and what about that bitch you were with? Y'all stop raising these dudes by yourselves, ladies. That's the problem. Y'all got these single mothers out here. Y'all raising these dudes with no dad, thinking that you can be the mama and the dad, and that's what you have. Grown, moist fucking men. That's what you have. That's the problem. That's why we need soldiers out here. That's why white supremacy is whooping our ass. We got grown-ass dudes sitting up gossiping with women on Twitter. We supposed to be out here putting in work. And we got dudes like that out here in the game. That's a major problem, family. Ladies, raise these kids better. Keep a man in your life so they can give these dudes guidance. Y'all got these moist dudes just like that. We out here putting in work, hitting the streets, and you got dudes like that at home like this.
Like that, like that. I think it's nice. Like that, like that. It's nice, I think it's nice. Like that, like that. I think it's nice. Like that, like that. It's nice, I think it's nice. Like that, like that.
Do you like that? Shall I do some more?
That's that nigga who just called up. Fuck out of here. I ain't about to talk to no dude like he's a woman. What's up? Who's calling? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? Who is this?
This is Cedric from St. Louis, from Hazelwood, Missouri, man. How you doing,
I'm
Tariq?
good, man. How you doing, fam?
I'm all right. I was out there last night, man, around a little bit past 6.
Did I meet you last night? Because I met a lot of people last night.
No, I didn't make it, man. I saw your post earlier that day. I was like, oh, Traiq down there. I was at work and everything, but I made it down there.
You were down there by the quick stop, the quick, what's that, the quick mark thing?
The quick trip, yeah, man. Like you said, it was packed, man. A lot of positive vibes down there, man.
It was jam-packed last night, man. It was wild last night, man.
Oh, yes, sir, it was, man. But, you know, I didn't hear about the whole Mike Brown, what was it, the cop getting the names being revealed to like around lunchtime today at my job. And like my supervisor was like, yeah, man, they released the name of the cop, and they were saying the Mike Brown be the store clerk and everything. He was cleared of all charges. I'm like, what? Yeah, the cop was cleared of all charges. Like, no, I don't believe that, man.
Wow, man. This shit is crazy. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. So, you know, he was a white guy, too, because I work in O'Fallon, and, like, most of those people were, like, white, kind of like you said, the good old boys, the Hun, and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, man, it's deep, man. So, we got to see what we got to do to get shit popping out there, man. So, we're going to start talking about some solution-based things, man. But anyway. Yeah,
hey, man, you got to come back down here, man. I got all 3 movies, man. I just started watching Hidden Codes 3, like, the other day, man. I'm at rule number 3, man, about, women and children not being exempt from racism, man.
Absolutely. No doubt, man. Much respect to you, man. Thanks for the call.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So why was that dude caping so hard for the feminist dude? Yeah, dude. I'm not talking to no dude with that feminist logic that's all over the place. Nigga talking about, what about you, though? We up here talking about Mike Brown and the criminal court system. This hoe-ass nigga, what about you, though? I hate bitch-made dudes. Yeah, I'm talking about you, dude. And I just don't like bitch-made dudes. I'm talking about you, my dude. I am. You probably like, why are you talking about me like that? I just don't like dudes like that. Grown-ass men who sit around with chick logic. What about you, though? Dude, that's another dude that. What about me, though? Kind of shit you ask another man. What about you, though? Who was that girl on your phone the other night? Fuck out of here, man. We need soldiers. We need soldiers, dude. Pillow talking ass nigga. Well, someone, where you black feminists? If you're black, I talk to the women like that. If you're a black feminist, call up. I ain't gonna beat up on you. And I had to get him a little bit because I'm not gonna have no grown ass dude acting like a chick. Now, if you're a feminist, call up. I like to talk to you. Let me know what's on your mind. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, family? Who is this?
Hey, this is Kareem from New York.
Kareem from New York. How you doing, fam?
Hey, what's up? Now, I'm just calling, of course, the Ferguson thing, that's like one of the biggest things right now, but like looking in and researching that, I'm seeing a lot of these cases where they're shooting unarmed black men, they're ending up with like just a settlement pretty much.
Yeah.
To the family, like basically like they're buying the body or something like that kind of. And it's like the family, of course, it's a low-income neighborhood, so a lot of these families are taking the settlement.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, like, is there something like where they can't speak out about the murder after they take the settlement?
That's the thing. That's why in all of these cases, the first thing they do is go out talking about, well, let's not make it a race thing. That's the first thing they say.
I see a lot of that, too.
And I heard a lot of that bullshit in St. Louis. And that's another thing. When I was listening to the radio, I'm hearing some passive, churchy, Negro spiritual bullshit all on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's just unify. Oh, we want peace and love and forgiveness and all this old bullshit. Let's not make it about race. Dude.
Not to cut you off, but I hear a lot of cooners too from people like, oh, why don't we make this big a deal when somebody else gets shot or something like that.
The ultimate coon conversation. Coon train all day. When you hear that, that's the coon train rolling. So, hey, man, it is what it is. But we're going to get into that, man. Thanks for the call, fam.
Most definitely. Hidden Colors 3 is amazing too.
No doubt.
Keep doing your thing.
Much respect. And if y'all don't have Hidden Colors 3, man, y'all need to be at Amazon.com right now. If you don't have Hidden Colors 3, you need to be on Amazon right now getting Hidden Colors 3. Right now. Y'all get that Hidden Colors 3 right now. Y'all asses need to be following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter right now, that's at Tariq Nasheed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. I'm seeing y'all talking about old dude, the dude who called up. Everybody's clowning him on Twitter. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, this Sean calling out of Houston, Texas.
Hey, is that thing where they're trying to walk in the neighborhoods with guns? That's in Houston or Dallas? Is it down there?
No, that's in Houston in the 5th Ward area.
Dude.
What they're trying to do is they canceled it. It's supposed to have been this Saturday.
Okay.
But from what I heard, they're trying to reorganize and do it again. But I'm hearing that Professor Griffin, we got some guys supposed to be coming out the 5th Ward, I guess, this weekend.
Yeah, and there were some brothers out there. I saw them. Some brothers like, no, y'all, that can't go down. That can't go down. And I take my hat off to them brothers. Much respect to you brothers. Love that.
That's right.
Yes,
and I will be down there. I know you're busy, man. I don't want to hold up your time, man. But much respect to you and your movies, man. Keep on pushing.
Much respect. Thank you, brother, man. And all my brothers down in Houston, if y'all hear about them dudes trying to walk off in 5th Ward with them guns, go down there and represent. They cut that shit off. They're trying to. I've been talking about that for the longest. They're trying to go up there talking about, well, we just want to show people about gun advocacy and all that. Nigga, they're trying to go out there and case the neighborhoods. If y'all let them walk around with those guns, shit is going to go real bad. They're trying to see just how far they can get away with subverting the black communities all around the country. Yes, indeed. So, family, we're going to have to get some stuff going on down in St. Louis. And I've been talking to Zoe. Me and Zoe, we've been chopping it up. And I'm going to put my head together with some other brothers out here. Because, again, I'm down there soaking up and getting intel to see what's happening and just to see the vibe. What's happening down there. What we can do to... You said, I heard his feelings. Hey, a lot of, when I roasted Sambo the other day, and I ain't gonna get too much into it, but people was like, come on, man, you ain't have to do him like that. People started literally feeling sorry for the dude after I roasted him. Because then they said after I roasted him, the dude did like a 15-hour Coonathon talking about me. They said he did a 15-hour Coonathon. The dude just got on the internet for like 15 hours mad because I roasted him. And they were like, come on, man. We knew, you should have got him, but you shouldn't have done him like that. People started literally feeling sorry for the dude. But hey, man, that's what happens, dude. That's what happens. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. You dig? But, no, I didn't. Yeah, and that's another thing, man. All the paid trolls that he has. My thing is this: I'm on a coon purge. I want 6 degrees of coon separation. And I'm gonna say this: anybody who follow Dude and y'all follow me on Facebook. Like this weekend, I'm cleaning that shit out. I don't want nobody. If y'all fuck with dudes like that, I don't want people around my shit. I don't want people around my joints like that because again, I'm getting real serious about really handling business out here and doing things that we need to do. So all these people are, hey, I like his stuff and I like your stuff too. Well, don't. You're gonna have to rock with him. I want 6 degrees of coon separation. I only want people around me, man, who we can start really motivating and getting stuff popping. Those who know. I'm not about to, spell it out, but people who know. I'm about to have a coon purge. I'm purging coons on the internet. You dig what I'm saying? Because we can't have all that old half-ass shit. You're cooning, then no. I don't want none of that around me. I don't want none of that associated with me. I want 6 degrees of coon separation. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq.
What's up? Who's this?
It's Alante from Inglewood.
What's up, Pimpin'? How you doing, man?
Man, nothing much, man. I just have to talk about all these dudes, man. It's a lot of dudes like 6'3". I'm 6'3", 280, and they killing people that look like me.
Yeah.
I feel the war going on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they just killed Ezel Ford around the corner off of Crenshaw 54th, and I got a problem with that, man.
No doubt, man. And didn't he have like some kind of mental disability or something from what I've been hearing?
Everybody, I know one of my ex-girls know the dude personally, you know what I'm saying? And that really hit home for me because it's always been that way.
Yeah.
And I was hollering at my uncle about it. He said the same way how everybody's feeling about Mike Brown and Eric Garner is the same way it went down in the 90s with the LA riot.
Yeah.
So,
that energy is definitely out there. That energy out there is heavy. You dig? So again,
I can't. It's like I'm 22, so we young out here. You know what I'm saying? But like you were saying, a lot of these old school lynchings that they was taking pictures of back in the day, they was wearing suits and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can't even try to come at us talking about you got to dress better. I watched First Take, Stephen A. Smith talking about all of that.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool and trash. We ain't trying to hear that, man. We out here, we doing our thing. But like you said, it's a game we got to play. We playing chess, not checkers.
No doubt, man. Much respect.
We got to play chess.
Much respect. Thanks for the call, fam. The thing is,
No
man.
problem.
The thing is, dude. The elephant in the room, and this is where I have a problem with some of these other so-called activist groups, because all these people, all I've been seeing, a lot of these activists, your stuff will get out here from the dominant society as long as you're talking this kumbaya stuff. If you start talking, every time people start talking, let's all just get along, we're all one, and everything is just great with all of us. When people start talking that talk, that's not working. Because we have a very specific problem. We have a problem of white supremacy in this country and ignoring that and trying to say, oh, we just all one. We're not just all one right now. How we all one and we the only ones getting fucked up and shot? How we all one and we're the ones getting those bullets in our ass? I mean, the candle vigils and all this old stuff and the marching and the signs, whatever, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's us getting these bullets in our ass by these white cops and they're getting smacks on the wrists. That's the elephant in the room. And not even just cops. The Zimmermans out here. We got a problem with white supremacy that nobody's acknowledging. And we keep playing this game and ignoring the fact. And every time these people come to us saying, hey, come on, I'm not like those guys, come on. Racism goes both ways. Can't we all just be unified? I mean, that sounds good, but at the end of the day, nobody's stopping these cops from blasting our asses. Nobody's stopping them. And like Shahrazad Ali said, you got all these people who say, oh, I'm not like that, I'm not like that. Oh, we are the world, but we never have y'all in court when we in court. That's what Shahrazad Ali said. When we in court, where you are? Where are you liberal people when black people are in court? And all these black folks out here talking about, well, what about... how come we don't have this same energy when there's black crime? Nigga, kill yourself. Kill yourself. All you do, you got a bunch of people copping out. Black folks are scared. White people are scared to talk about it. I was in St. Louis earlier. And this is another thing. Thanks. Oh, yeah. This is another thing. How many people we got in here? We're in here deep. How many people we got in? We're in here deep. 1,400 people. We're in here deep. Y'all see that subscribe button? Subscribe to the show. Y'all can listen to the show. I do this every Sunday usually. But we're doing a special show now. But subscribe to the show. I was in, when I was at the airport today in St. Louis, I was talking to a guy who worked at the airport. And this guy, he was a Hispanic guy. He's an Hispanic guy. But he was like the whitewash Hispanic. You dig? And I think the guy might have been a little drunk. He was working behind the counter again at the ticket thing. When you go upstairs, when you go through the security and all that. He was working at the ticket thing when you get on the plane. So this guy sounded like, the way he was talking, he sounded like he might have been just a little bit tipsy. He might have had him a little drink on his break or something. Because the dude, he was not really professional. And what, because he was like, I'm like, hey, I'm going to, you know, I need to get seat assignment. And he was typing in stuff. He was just like real comfortable. He was like cursing a lot. He was like, yeah, it's so fucking packed in here today. Oh man, it was so much fucking going on in the airport. This is the guy who works here. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm just cool. I don't know if he felt comfortable. I was a black guy. He could just kind of talk that way. But I'm like, I'm kind of getting offended. I'm like, well, you not real professional here, you know. So, yeah, he might have had him a little tequila or something. But he was like a whitewashed Latino guy. And also, I think he might have been gay. I think he might have been gay because I think his eyebrows were a little arched. And not saying that everybody whose eyebrows are arched is gay, but the way he had his hair cut, he had one of them little George Michael cuts. And I'm not saying good or bad. I'm not shitting on the guy, but I'm just saying that goes into what I'm saying. So I'm thinking he might have been gay, but he was a gay Hispanic guy. So, you know, he sounded like he's a little tipsy. I say a moist vato. That's fucked up. But he's getting my ticket ready, typing in my information. He's just like, so fucking busy in here, just fucking crazy all day. I'm like, okay. And whenever people see that you're riding first class, they really want to get in your business. So I'm, you know, oh, you're first class. What brings you to town? I'm like, you know, I'm here just to check out the whole thing going on in Ferguson. So I'm thinking he feels comfortable, him being a quote unquote minority too. And that's in big ass quotation marks. So he feels comfortable talking to me since he's a minority, a double minority. All right. So when he started talking, it starts off liberal. And y'all know how I feel about some of these fake liberals. But it morphs into the same old white supremacy talk. So he's talking, he's like, oh yeah, that Ferguson thing. Oh man, yeah. Fuck, man. Oh, that's fucking horrible. That's just so, man, you know, that's horrible what happened. But man, you know, but you know how some of these people are out here, man. I wouldn't doubt if the kid brought it upon himself. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm listening. I ain't going to interject. When they start saying that fake liberal shit, then you let him talk, and he had him a little something to drink, so now he's going there. So I'm like, okay, let me keep talking. He's like, yeah, you know, yeah, these people, he's using all those old white supremacist code words. Say, yeah, these people, man, you know, I just wouldn't be surprised if he brought it upon himself. You know, man, a lot of these people, these kids out here, man, they just don't know how to act out here, man. You know, they're loud. You know, these kids, they're rowdy. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And I was low-key trying to tape some of it. I'm like, nah, I can't tape it. But I'm just listening. I'm not going to even combat what he's saying. I'm just listening. He was like, yeah, man, you drive on the freeway, these fucking kids in their loud-ass cars, man. These fucking kids, man. You know, and, you know, they're not like the blacks from the civil rights 60s, man. I'm like, okay. Then he said it, just black. And then because when he kept using code words like these people and those kids, then he's like, they're not like the blacks from the 60s and the civil rights. They know how to act. They're real polite and they know how to talk to you. I'm just listening like, man, I wish I could tape this dude. Hold on. I think I got a little, hold on. Because I didn't want to tape him. Dude, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I was trying to tape with, you know, trying to be on the low with it. Hold on. Let me see what I got. I don't know. Hold on. I might have deleted it. Hold on. Wait. Did I get it? I think I might have deleted it. Yeah, because I couldn't get... Wait, hold on. No, that's from last... Nah, I think I deleted it because I couldn't really get you know, I got him. I start taping at the last end of the conversation, but he was like, "Yeah, you know, the blacks, the older blacks, they know how to talk, man. They really know how to talk to you. They're really polite. But these other kids, man, you know, I don't know, man." I'm like, all righty, and I'm thinking, we are always caping for people like this. I'm talking to a person I met I didn't meet, but it was a person working at the airport in St. Louis. And I'm like, we're always caping for all these different groups of people. When they get their foot in the door, all these groups who are so-called minorities and we're supposed to be camaraderie and all that old bullshit, the minute they get their foot in the door and they get around those in the dominant society, they asses fall right in line. I ain't gonna put the airline. I won't put the airline because the airline was actually a nice airline. I don't want to put them on out there like that. But when they get around those in the dominant society, they start talking the same shit. And I'm talking to this dude, and I'm like, see, that's the trick. What they'll do, and let me show y'all something. I had this conversation with this dude today, and I'm like, this is what they'll do. If this Mike Brown situation goes to court, they'll say, okay, we got some minorities on the jury, so we're not racist. We got minorities on the jury. So it's not all white. We got minorities. Come on. So they'll get a bunch of those guys who was talking that shit, put them on the jury, and they think just like white supremacists. I was tripping on what dude was saying. I was straight. The dude, I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. I wasn't going to, you know, deep down, I wanted to just go in and just destroy all that. But I'm like, no. I'm gonna just let him talk. I'm here to listen. I'm here to soak people up. I'm here to soak people up and learn the vibe out here. That's the thing, man. All we got is each other. All we got is each other, man. We keep getting this con game run on us. That's why, man, when it comes to us getting solutions done on the real, and I'm going to say this, we said this in Hidden Colors 3, we said it over and over again. If we can't do the kumbaya thing because everybody ain't kumbaya for us right now. We do kumbaya when we get our shit together. We need a black agenda. We need a black agenda. The problem is, too many black folks are scared to go public with that because you don't want to seem militant. You don't want to start openly saying, we need something for black folks. When I see all of these so-called groups, these advocacy groups and these activist groups, right now, when you see these activist groups, everybody's talking about we are the world. All people are brutalized. All people need love. It's not a black or white thing. It's a police thing. Man, fuck out of here. We got to stop that. When you talking that, you ain't helping. Now, if you're trying to talk that and just be strategic, that's cool to get your foot in the door. If you're trying to be strategic, cool. But too many black people are afraid to go there to say, hey, look, we got a problem with white supremacy. We got a problem here. And black folks are being targeted, and we have to really get in that. When you look at mainstream articles, when black folks start doing mainstream articles, they get scared. It's something about a lot of black folks. There's something about a lot of black folks. They get scared when the spotlight is on them because they're like, oh, let me not mess this up. When you see my interviews, the Huffington Post, and I've done so many interviews in the last month alone. Just Google some of the interviews I've done for mainstream publications. Look at the interviews and listen to the interviews. when you look at the news segment I did out here in Los Angeles on Channel 9, I'm talking about white supremacy. I'm going there. I'm not on some I'm not being extra militant, but I'm going there. When you read the articles that have come out about me, I'm talking specifically about black empowerment and how to combat white supremacy. I'm talking about it specifically. The Huffington Post, they did a very good article about me the other day. Shout out to them. I'm talking about white supremacy, black voices, all in. I'm talking about racism, white supremacy, black. Even before this, by the way, even before all this stuff, see, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. This stuff that's happening now, I've seen that coming a mile away. That's why I've been talking about it. I've been talking about this stuff for the last year. Well, longer than that, actually. Longer than that, actually, but I've been going real heavy on it in the last year. But for the last few years, I've been going in on it. Shout out to John Legend. John Legend was going in. John Legend got his ass off that piano and started putting in work. He was going in. But I go there. And we need to go there. When you have a platform, we need to talk what's real. We need to talk what's real. Let me see. We got somebody from Detroit here. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on? Flex is your boy, Olo Kuchuli, man.
Hey, what's up, Olo Kuchuli? How you doing, fam?
Doing good, doing good. I just wanted to talk about this guy, this 28-year-old police shooter. I just wanted to ask, man, how do white people, I guess you got 6 years on the force, just go from children, to young people, to all of a sudden adult with income-producing jobs that can have family, they can raise their family on. I mean, at 22, most of us black, we're still trying to figure it out. How do you transition to just becoming a police officer like that?
Let me tell you, because let me explain how. Because the police game, just like the fireman's game, basically that's almost like a family business. You got a job waiting on you, and they keep you out. They keep black folks out of a lot of these positions. There was a situation in New York where, remember 9/11, they had all those white firefighters in New York, and people were kind of complaining about that. And people were talking about, why are most of the firefighters white? Because what they do, they give these tests. And the tests are really for the black people. And the tests got some real hard-ass crazy shit on there that ain't got nothing to do with firefighting. And a lot of people, they give these tests to people, these black applicants, and they're like, I can't pass this test. And like, but you're just not smart enough. What they're not telling you is that the white people who get that test, they already know the answer. Their dads are giving them the answers, and their uncles are telling them what the answer is going to be, even if they get the test at all. So that's the way they paper fuck you about the game, because they want to keep it in the family. And also, those in the dominant society, they think about the future of their children. Black folks don't do that. That's a major problem we got in the black community. We don't think about the future of our children. We don't think about leaving something for our children. A white kid, when he turns 16, he has a vehicle waiting on him. He has that car, so he has transportation to get around. He's going to have a little college fund going on. His parents might get him a little apartment, so he's going to get a little nest egg because stuff is going to be passed down. We don't do that for our youths, man. When our kids get 16, 17, 18, we're like, okay, go out there and figure it out yourself. And they're like, fuck, I don't know what to do. Well, shit, let me hit the streets. The first thing they do is get on that block, and that's when they get caught up in the game. You dig? So we got to start thinking about our children and passing stuff down. That's what the Hidden Color series is for. It's for these youths, man. So now they can have some of the game to utilize. And that's why instead of, when I went out there to St. Louis, instead of hanging around with the old civil rights Negro spiritual singers, I'm out there on the block with the motherfucking kids, because those are the ones who need the game more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Hello? No? Brother?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, brother. Your phone sound like you fell down in the bathtub, brother. You right?
Yeah, man. In Ferguson, man, I found out that the mayor was elected with less than about.
Brother, hello. Brother, I'm gonna have to have you type that. But thanks for the call, brother. My man's phone is a beast. My brother has a 1987 brick phone from the movie New Jack City, and Nino Brown is calling on three-way, nigga. That phone is a beast you got, brother. God damn. But yeah, the thing is with black folks, man, we don't pass shit down. Black folks don't pass nothing down to nobody, man. When black people die, y'all people got to scrape up money to bury folks, and it's like your grandmama ain't got a headstone, can't nobody afford it. Just shit is real raggedy, man. We don't pass down nothing. Because, man, you know, back in the Jim Crow era, there was this thing where black people would say, okay, look, I'm gonna work as a sharecropper, I'm gonna work as a maid so that you can go to school. So they would kind of set it up for the next generation. But after the 60s and 70s, that shit went all through the window. Black folks was like, what, fuck it. I'm living now. I'm trying to turn up and enjoy life now. Life is short. We own that shit. It's like, look, I might die any day, so life is short. We can't get down like that, man. We ain't leaving these kids with nothing. And still, in the black community, we have this thing where we neglect the kids, man. We neglect these young folks. And that's the problem. Even with the whole Ferguson situation, the young people are still being neglected. That's why I don't give a fuck about none of that other stuff. I'm out here looking at these kids who live over here in that hood and what we can do to save them. That's where I am. I was with them all night kicking it last night, chopping up game with them. That's the problem. Everybody's ignoring them because there's a whole bunch of potential Mike Browns out there. Everybody out here want to sing Kumbaya. What you want, black folks see all of these so-called white liberals out here. You want to hug them. You so happy they coming out. You want to hug them and get pats on the head from them so you can sing Kumbaya. At the end of the day, when it turns night, they go back to where they live. These brothers and sisters got to go back in the hood or wherever they from and get beat down by the cops that nobody's doing anything about. So we got to set up something that protects them. This is why we got a lot of kids out there getting in that bullshit. Because they don't have any other alternatives. Nobody's creating nothing for them. We got too much dumb shit going on in the community. We got too many single mothers. Too many niggas out here ain't raising their kids. That plantation mentality. You bang a broad, knock her up, and you're like, well, massa will take care of the kid. Brothers got to get off that shit, too. Brothers got to get off that bullshit, too. I don't give a damn if you mess with the most ratchetest hood rat, man. Stop knocking these chicks up if you can't take care of these kids. You got to be able to take care of these kids, dude. And I put a lot of responsibility on these brothers, y'all. We got to take responsibility for these kids. Most of the responsibility on the females now. These damn rats. I don't let you off the hook. But a lot of responsibility on these brothers, too. We got to think what we're going to do about these kids out here. That's what's up, God self. Because, again, I want to do something with them in mind. What are we going to do to... And right now, we're focused on St. Louis. Because right now, St. Louis is hot right now. We're focused on St. Louis. And what do we need to do to stop the next Mike Brown situation? Not just in St. Louis, but all over. And I keep talking about we need an economic base. We do need an economic base. There's no way around that. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, Flex? It's Storm Frisco from the room, man.
There you go, man. Where you calling from?
Calling from the Big Bay area.
There you go, man. What's on your mind, player?
Two things. One, like I said earlier, I have a new level of respect for you, man, for getting down there and actually getting with the people, you know what I'm saying? Not just posting some shit on social media like all these other famous people is doing.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, because all these people, they go out there and do a photo op in the daytime and all that shit, but they ain't going out there when it's real. You dig what I'm saying?
Real talk. Second thing, and this is the thing that's been killing me. I've been having this discussion with so many other black people, and not one person has been able, when I ask them, well, what solution do you want? Like, what should we do as a people? Like, you know, what law do we need to get passed? Nobody has an answer for me.
Yeah, man. It's real heavy. Because the thing is, man, don't nobody want to say that the problem is systematic white supremacy. And we as black folks, it's really up to us to really put something together. Nobody wants to say that because, again, they're scared to lose some of these white dollars and all that old stuff. And that's the problem. We got to get an economic... Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's like everybody's waiting for the trial. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen after the trial? Like, are we going to go to the state? Are we going to go to the feds? Like, what law specifically do we need to do? Like, we need to start taking action.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, but thanks for the call, fam. But yeah, dude, what we need to do, and I talked about this on my most recent show. What is this? Got home and I got all types of crazy bills. But I talked about this on the show. Hold on, let me get, because it's hot down here in my office. Hold on. Get my fan on me a little bit. All right. What I was talking about on my last show is about how we got to get an economic base. We need to set up something, man, where we get an economic base, because you fight back with your economy. Shout out to Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory's out there. He arrived out there today, out there in St. Louis. He arrived out there in Ferguson. But we got to get an economic base. When you have an economic base, that's power. When you got businesses, that's power. We talked about that in Hidden Colors 2, Hidden Colors 3. Like I said earlier, out there in Ferguson, where everything is kind of rowdy, where everything went down in the hood area, it's wide open. It's the purge. Cops ain't out there. You go to the nice shopping area, cops swarmed protecting those businesses. Why are they protecting those businesses? Because those businesses pay their salary. When you got money, or when you have a business, you got an economic base, you can pay off the politicians. And that's what the police are. They're the army and the soldiers of politicians. They're the soldiers of politicians. You can control those police. With paper, when you got your money right, you can control the police, dude. Money talk. I mean, I know we live in a system of racism, white supremacy. We do. Let's not get it twisted. But when you got your money together as a group, you can combat that and you can protect yourself from the negative impact of white supremacy. You dig? Let me give you an example. Pablo Escobar, Colombian drug dealer. Now, this dude was going up against governments. It was one dude. Pablo Escobar was going up against governments. Now, Pablo Escobar down in Colombia, they kept trying to indict him on all types of charges. He has so much money, he just buy off people. He buy judges off. And if there was a judge who couldn't be corrupted, he'd just buy the whole police station off. The police station worked for the government, but they worked for him too. Whoever had the most money, that's who the police would work for. Hey, Color Truth. I'm going to see it in a minute, brother. I'm going to see it. Damn. He sent me a picture of the killer standing over Mike Brown. Okay. All right. I'll look at it in a minute. Damn. All right, brother. I'll check those pictures out in a minute. But like I said, about y'all got me saying the wrong shit, but Pablo Escobar, this dude was paying off cops, paying off judges. Okay, hold on. Let me ban this nigga. All right. Ola, you in here, fam? Because I don't want to keep stopping when I'm chopping up game. Ola, where you at, man? I banned him. I banned Color Truth. Dude. Nigga, Pablo Escobar, when they did finally send him to jail, you know, he had so much money because he kept, getting out of jail, or he kept evading the law. So people, hold on, Ola, I made you a mod, brother, so you can clean up the nonsense. But Pablo Escobar, and he kept paying off judges and cops and all this stuff to get off, and, they couldn't indict him. And now all of these other governments were kind of getting pissed off because, they're giving this dude a pass. So he's like, okay, look, I go to jail. Let's cut a deal. Okay, I go to jail if I can make the jail comfortable for me. I'll let y'all put me in jail. See that? Pablo Escobar said, I'll let y'all put me in jail. I'll let y'all put me in jail Only if I can make the jail comfortable. This motherfucker made his own jail, and the jail had like a penthouse and a club, kitchen. This nigga had a whole player-ass jail. The dude had a jail that was popping. Money talks, dude. Money talks. And when you got money and sense enough to make the right connections, you'll get it popping. Sense enough to make the right connections, then you get it popping. Let's see who's calling. And the phone number is 818-850-5404. All right, let's see who we got on the phone. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, the King? Flight this Jerome calling from New Orleans. What's happening, brother?
What's up, Jerome? How you doing, fam?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, look, I wanted to ask. I don't know if you know about it, but you might already. But I saw this video, right, and it looked like the dude, Mike Brown, and they tried to say. To me, it's bullshit. They tried to make it look like, well, he stole cigars and that's why he got shot up. What you think about that?
Yeah, and I talked about that earlier, man. They know that the cigar stealing bullshit, that has nothing to do with him getting shot. But again, they're going to use that to say that that's his mentality. He probably thought that he was getting pulled over by the cops and he was being aggressive. That's what I think they're going to use in court. So we got to be very careful and we got to watch very closely how things are going to go down. And again, I think it's going to get real hot out there in the St. Louis area. They're going to protect that cop, man. So we got to keep our eyes open and we got to really get some shit organized, man. But thanks for the call.
Hey, as well.
Okay. All right. I hate to cut you off, brother. I hate to cut you off, brother. What's up, E. Junior? Where's dude? Where is he whining still? Is the coon still whining? I hate a sore loser. That nigga, just take an L. You got roasted. If you get roasted, take that L, dude. What's up, Blue Man? I don't know. That's the thing. The video, I don't know. It most likely it is real. You know what I'm saying? But again, it doesn't have anything to do with what happened with the young man getting shot. Yo, yeah, the dude, he's a sore loser. The dude got roasted, man. You got roasted. Keep that shit pushing. Don't be having no 15-hour coonathons. And where's the shout out to Aki? Aki clown got in his ass, and he got mad and cussed her out. Aki called up and got in his dumb ass. Yeah, that coon is still mad. Man, take that L and keep it pushing before I roast your dumb ass again. Tell him that. Tell that hoe ass nigga I might roast him one more time if you don't calm down. Aki got in his ass. I saw that somebody sent me a YouTube link of it. Aki got in his ass. Aki got in his ass and he got mad because a woman outshined him. A woman was making him look dumb and he got mad and cussed out and hung the phone up on her. Bitch ass nigga. Yeah, he got mad and cussed her out. Hoe ass. She got smooth in his ass. And he kept trying to lie and go back and forth. Then he tried to lie and say, this coon tried to lie and say, when I was talking about the knockout game and talking about coons, he was like, Tariq was talking about me, everybody. He was talking about me, everybody. You got to be a big fucking coon if I mention a coon and you just automatically think it's you, which I wasn't even thinking about your dumb ass. But you got to be a big ass coon if you think I was talking about you when I just mentioned some random coon. He was talking about me, everybody. I'm the biggest coon in the world, everybody. Should I roast him one more good time on Friday? No, not Friday, on Sunday show? I had fun roasting that coon. I bet he got some cooning videos for this whole situation. The whole situation over in Ferguson. know what that bitch nigga did? That bitch nigga, Tommy, got on Twitter, or what did he do? He was, didn't he do a video talking about, I threatened to beat him up? This coon said that I threatened him. Tariq threatened to beat me up, everybody. Talking about he gonna sue me. Did he do that? Because I know there was a tweet. He's talking about if I hurt him, he's gonna sue me. What type of bitch niggas do we have? First of all, I didn't threaten this whole ass nigga. First, I didn't threaten him. Because y'all don't threaten people online. Tariq wanna hit me, everybody. If you hit me, I'm gonna sue you, everybody. How you gonna sue? We got some old domestic violence, Tina Turner ass niggas out here. Dry snitching. That's a hoe ass move right there. That's a bitch. That y'all listen to that dude, get off my page. You hit me, I'm gonna sue you, everybody. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, everybody. Who threatens people online? Tariq is gonna beat me up if I come to LA, everybody. Some other dudes did that too. When dudes do that, dudes talk slick, and then when they come out here, they get on the internet and start dry snitching. If something happened to me, it's gonna be Tariq's fault, everybody. A couple of dudes have done. That's a hoe ass move. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. Do you? I ain't thinking about you, dude. Since you've taken the position of a woman, that's what I didn't know. Dudes filed domestic violence charges on dudes. That's what's hot in the streets. Niggas filing domestic violence charges. He's a little ashy ass domestic violence victim. I like to press charges, everybody. So next time, everybody, when you type in, you Google the word or YouTube the word, what's love got to do with it? What up, everybody? It's your boy Tommy. I've been abused. I'm a victim just like Tina Turner, everybody. I've been abused. You bitch ass. You know how he baits the videos. Oh, did he say I called him black and crispy? That nigga lies like a woman. He called me black and crispy, everybody. I didn't say nothing about this dude being black. You crispy because you ashy as fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna have to roast this nigga one more time. I'm gonna save it for Sunday. I'm gonna roast this little crunchy nigga one more time. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Hold on. Where we at? Where's my chat room? Hold on. Where we at? Yeah, the dude must be real sensitive about his complexion. I didn't say nothing about his complexion. I didn't say nothing about his complexion. Yeah, this dude just has a complex about himself. I'm like, man, you stupid. He called me black and stupid, everybody. Y'all tune in this Sunday. We're going to have a Coon Roast Part 2. Coon Roast Part 2 this Sunday. Because the first Coon Roast took him by surprise. Now you know you're going to get roasted, nigga. Get ready. Coon Roast Part 2 this Sunday. He makes fun of this nigga's, his jabs are so weak and corny. Y'all want to have, okay, now we need to, Sunday show, it's more lighthearted and fun. It's going to be a Coon Roast Part 2, all right? I'm going to roast them one good last time. So if y'all want to get some laughs in this Sunday, you think the first one was a beast? Wait till Sunday. It's going to be a good Coon Roast Sunday. Y'all going to be entertained Sunday. He's going to roast me again on Sunday, everybody. He just keep harassing me, everybody. He keep harassing me, everybody. Bum ass nigga. Oh, Lord. Yo, what's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's going on, Tariq? It's your boy Paul. I'm speeding down the highway in New Orleans. What's good with you, bro?
Dude, how you doing, Paul? What's going on? What's on your mind, fam?
I was just doing my thing. I just heard about your show about a few minutes ago, and I said, fuck bourbon. What's going on? I got a question, though.
Go ahead, fam.
All right. Now, after this Mike Brown thing that was going on, a good batch of us in New Orleans, you know, we just gathered up at Lafayette Square in the middle of the city, started talking about it. And my thing about it is that I was talking with the coordinators of the movement, and what I primarily want to do is shake hands with pretty much everybody else that's on a specific list that did this movement in various parts of America. My question is, specifically, what is it that I need to do to start this into a movement that has finances, and it has volume with a damn good voice?
Well, what you got to do, man, just really vibe with brothers and sisters around your neighborhood. I'll start off online to see who's in your area, who has the same mindset, and try to find a central location for people to kind of meet up with each other and just kind of flesh out some ideas, get like a little think tank, and that will get the ball rolling first. So you got to start off small, but you got to just start feeling people out. And then when you get enough of the people, you don't even need a whole lot, but you get a small group of people with the same mindset, then y'all can get stuff going. But man, your phone is killing me, brother. Good luck on your trucking, and I'm going to holler at you, brother. Thank you for the call. The truck sound was killing me in the back. I was trying to talk over the truck. Man. Oh, yeah, I should have said to get in touch with Hot Double Diva. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, sometimes it is to find, it's kind of difficult to find like-minded black people, but, they're out there, even if it's a small group, man. Even if it's a small group. What's up, Key Trap? You say, when we start beefing. The dude is always, man, I've never said nothing about that coon. He's, he has to do little coon shit for attention. Just, there's no real beef. Not a beef. No, it's no beef. Just a nigga trying to get attention. And Sunday is just going to be another barbecue. No beef. Just going to barbecue him one last time. I'm going to get him one last good time. That's it. One last time on Sunday. Just finish him. Oh, yeah, he's crying. Of course he's crying. Yeah, he's been taking shots. I ain't been thinking about this thing. I don't take subliminals in news. I say what I have to say. I don't take shots and talk tough and gangster shit and then threaten to sue niggas. Niggas threatening to sue other men for domestic violence. What kind of hoe ass shit is that? It was him who hit me, Your Honor. What up, everybody? It was him over there in the corner who hit me, everybody. Telling no niggas in court for getting beat up. Nobody even threatened you. What kind of hoe ass shit is that? Niggas gangster on the internet and then start, I'ma tell on you. Fuck, yeah, he cussed out Jill Scott. What kind of bitch nigga is that? Oh, Rasta, you talking about the pastor with that S curl? Debate him? For what? Debate him on the Zoe show? For what? Dude, Caesar Vegas, whatever. Do you know how much of a nobody this nigga is? He's a dude. Only reason we're talking about him because the dude just keeps trolling. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. We're just talking about him for shits and giggles. He's a nobody. The Wikipedia don't fuck with this nigga. The Wikipedia said, get on out of here, coon. Nobody fucks with that dude. He's a coon. He's for shits and giggles. And the only reason I'm crushing him now, just to let people know that y'all can stop associating me because he keeps trying to associate himself with me. And No, I don't fuck with him. I'm just letting y'all know I don't fuck with this dude. You dig? I wouldn't debate this nigga. Only thing I would do with Zoe, if Zoe wanted to have a fight, like a charity fight, I would have a pay-per-view fight with him. Since he's so bitch made and talking about somebody's gonna hurt him, I would have a pay-per-view fight with this hoe ass nigga over the money he stole from everybody for that movie he ain't gonna do. We can have Zoe referee that. Let's do a pay-per-view special on YouTube or Ustream. A 3-minute bout. We'll call it the King versus the Coon. And we'll make it real easy. If the nigga can get 3 punches on me, I'll give him another $1,000. And if I whoop his ass, he got to give me my money back. The King versus the Coon. A 3-minute pay-per-view boxing. And I give the money that he stole, I give that and I give it to somebody over there in St. Louis somewhere. We can have the King versus the Coon. We can have that. Let's do that. 3 minutes. That's all we need. 3 minutes. And have Zoe referee it. All he has to do is hit me a couple of good times and you win, nigga. He ain't gonna do that. Because if we get in the ring, he knows I'll beat his fucking hairline back to normal. I wouldn't even use gloves. I would slap the shit out that nigga. I would slap the ass off that nigga. The next time you see him, his skin will be smooth and silky. If we had a celebrity, well, he's not a celebrity. The King and the Coon pay-per-view fight. Yeah, that bitch nigga stole. 3 minutes. Now, you want to talk that, let's do it. But other than that, he's a clown. You know, he's a goddamn clown. And I would only do that just because people would want to see his ass get whooped in the ring. And the nigga still trying to sue. I was in a boxing match earlier. Nobody told me I was going to get beat down like this, everybody. I wasn't ready, everybody. Ho ass nigga. Man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, he'll cry some more again. Yeah, he's going to cry. Yeah, he'll cry. He's a bitch-ass nigga like that. Nigga lying about somebody threatening him. Your Honor, I was in the ring. He was beating me up. He was calling me black and crispy, Your Honor. Jay, you like you? Jay, we're just having fun, Jay. Jay, we're talking shit on Ustream. It ain't that serious, Jay. We're just clowning on Ustream. So don't even... you're making it more serious than what it is. You know, you're building your brand. I got it. We're just having fun on Ustream right now. We're just having fun on Ustream. That's it. Ain't nobody taking that coon seriously. I don't know, he'd get his ass whooped in the ring and then blame it on black women. What up, everybody? I got my ass beat this weekend because black bitches ain't shit, everybody. It was these black bitches that was rooting against me, everybody. Oh, God. Okay, just tune in Sunday. It's going to be coon roast. We having a coon barbecue this Sunday. We're having a coon barbecue this Sunday. Man, who we got on the phone? What's up? What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, how's it going, man? This is Hannah from New York.
Hey, fam, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. I was just checking out the whole thing on Ferguson and stuff, and it's just crazy how this news is coming up. And I'm pretty sure that that this definitely has to come under the whole White Supremacy Act and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I noticed that you always mention that Black folks, when it comes together, we need a code of conduct and all that kind of stuff. Is there a way you can emphasize on that, or is there some video or something that you have speaking about that stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I'm going to go into depth about that. I know brothers like Neely Fuller, they break that down. Shout out to the brother Jason Black, the Black Authority. He talks about that too. The brother, real thorough brother, man. You need to check out his stuff. And we talk about a lot of what we need to do in the Hidden Colors series. Have you seen Hidden Colors 3 yet?
No, I haven't, but I'm definitely going to try to get it.
Yes, indeed. Go to you get that at Amazon, but go get Hidden Colors 3, and we talk about the code, basically, which are the solutions on what we need to do, man. So we just got to not just be entertained by all of these people saying what we need to do. We need to go out here and actually do it. Because, again, we've become too comfortable just kind of working and depending on other groups. So that's not going to fly no more. We got to really get an economic base for ourselves, man. But, again, get Hidden Colors 3, and we break that down. But thanks for the call, fam.
No problem.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But the coon said, me helping Jason is low-key undermining him. You see, this whole ass nigga is just like a woman. He thinks everything is about him. How about I just like Jason's stuff? And I don't like his. I like Jason's shit. Because Jason ain't no fucking coon. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's going to be a very good roast Sunday. Oh, it's going to be a good one. And it ain't going to be too long. It ain't going to be the whole show, by the way. It's going to be a nice, good, clean, fast roast. I won't spend no more than 15, 20 minutes on it. It's going to be right to the point. Because we got bigger things to talk about. That's why, my shows are like usually 3 hours or whatever. But I'm not going to have no whole marathon on no other nigga. I'm going to keep it real simple. That nigga had a 15-hour marathon crying about me. That nigga's a coon and a half. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look, get your ass off my page. Why haven't I debated? He's a coon. He don't debate coons. He ain't nobody to debate. Yes, indeed. Let's get some people on this phone. Wait. Now, people from now, because he got those paid trolls. Now, let me be clear, because if some of those paid trolls are coming in here, let me mod some more people to clean this shit up. Hold on. Let me look and see what we got going on here. Somebody gonna do a barbecue? Yeah, it's gonna be creative. Should I do? No, I've done the mixtape already. How about what should the theme be? What should the theme be? I like roasting themes. Like with Ace Monkey, the theme became the mixtape. You dig? So what should the roast theme be? He said, I'm jealous of the struggle mansion, the one-bedroom mansion, the smansion. Hilarious. But we having fun, Jack. I know that we don't debate coons like that. This is fun. You just smash them and keep it pushing. But again, like I said, man, we need to really get some stuff popping so we can, make sure stuff is safe for not just the brothers and sisters in St. Louis, but just really all of us in these black areas, man. All of us in these so-called African-American communities. We need to create a real community. We got to get our money together. We really got to get it together. Let's see who else is on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, King?
Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Eric from out of Chicago.
There you go.
And I had 2 comments to make real quick. I am so fucking happy you decided to go in on that coon Tommy Sotomayor.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I don't understand how the fuck that dude thinks he's some type of figure in the black community. That dude is the most divisive, polarizing man ever.
Exactly. Exactly.
Also, I had a question for you. I feel like in order for black people to combat this systematic white supremacy right now, along with getting our economic game together, I think we need to start embracing the right to bear arms amendment like everybody else does.
The who?
Like everybody else does. What do you think about that?
No, I missed the first thing you said. We need to embrace the what?
Oh, no, I said I feel like we need to embrace our right to bear arms.
Oh, right.
We got all these white folks around us. Like we got all these white folks around us arming themselves. I feel like they're not really going to get the message till we start shooting back.
Absolutely. We do need to arm ourselves. And the thing is, they know that. And that's why what they do with young black people, they try to get them on a felony at a young age. This is why with young black men, they try to railroad you into getting a felony at a very young age so that you're not able to not only get a gun, but not only vote and other things. Because when you got that felony rap, there's a lot of shit that you can't do. So a lot of our law-abiding brothers, we gotta, get the gun game in order to protect ourselves, and also we gotta get an economic base so that brothers ain't out here hitting the streets, catching those felonies like that. That's going to decrease that. So we ain't got brothers out here shoplifting and doing all this old dumb shit because they ain't got no other option. That's why an economic base is very important, because they're waiting on us to slip. They got a whole system set up for us to slip because they know we are not passing nothing down to these kids, and the wolves are waiting on these kids. When these kids get out of high school, the wolves are waiting on them to fuck up so they can capitalize off their fuck up. So we got to start thinking in those terms. Not that kumbaya. It ain't about white or black. It's about the police. It's about white supremacy. Once we understand that, we're going to be in good standing. All right, but thanks for the call.
All right, man. All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, we got some coon trolls in here. Yeah, he got a bunch of paid trolls, because I noticed when they were trolling my page, most of his so-called listeners all got fake accounts. Those are straight up paid trolls. When you look at Sambo's page or when his trolls are talking, those motherfuckers got fake accounts. So these are like paid trolls this dude has, which is very interesting. DRM, there's no division, brother. Where do you see some division? He said you like the message. What division do you see? Please tell me what division you see. Oh yeah, the dude is done. Nobody has time to listen to a nigga just do the same shit over and over again. Use the same rants, the same black women ain't shit rants. Nobody wants to hear that shit over and over again. What did Black Twitter clown Nelly for? What did Nelly do? Black Twitter is some of the most bitch-made niggas. Black Twitter is full of some of the most whiny, do-nothing, bitch-made ass niggas I've ever seen in my life. All Black Twitter does is just sit up and think of new shit to whine about. Black Twitter is corny. Black Twitter is corny. Black Twitter is just a bunch of niggas getting on the internet whining, gossiping, talking about loving hip-hop. Man, it's time to get off Twitter, get out here on these bricks and get some shit happening. That's straight up and down. All the black Twitterites. It's time to get off Twitter every now and then and just get out here on the streets and just get something built. Do something. Create something. Twitter it was a godsend for do-nothing niggas. You get to sit up all day and just have a virtual life. I just hate unproductive nonsense. And people think in Black Twitter, you get a hashtag going, you think you're doing something. No, you got to get out there and do something, do something. Man. Well, Rude 4 is in here. Get Rude 4 up out of here. Oh, yeah. Corey, that's my dude. Corey's real good brother. Let's see who we got here. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, this is Lewis from Jersey.
What's up, Lou? How you doing, man?
Good, man. I thought your Hidden Colors 3, man. I love that documentary a lot, man. But I have a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
Whoever published your DVD, it does not have a copyright protection on it, which make it easy to copy.
It's
which
copyrighted.
make it easy for these bootleggers.
No, it's copyrighted. No, it's copyrighted. It's definitely copyrighted.
Nah, because I tried it out myself, and it makes copies. Unlike like a DVD you buy in the store, you cannot copy.
You mean like like the actual DVD itself, the thing where you can't burn it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to hit you up on Twitter with that also, let you know.
Yeah.
But whoever's publishing it, make sure they put like a copy on it, bro.
But the thing
is, your work, keep it up.
Okay, thank you for the call. But the thing is, man, with that, even if they got that, if they can play it, they can rip it offline, and once they have the file, they can then burn it. So you can burn it now. There's ways to burn it because, you know, niggas out there buying Spider-Man 7 and all types of shit in the street. So you can burn anything. You can just rip the DVD from something, and you know, so they can burn it, but just don't. Shit. You know, I could make it harder for them to do, but eventually they might find a way to do it, especially when your shit is on like iTunes or whatever. So just don't do it. Yes, and this Spider-Man 7 who got it hilarious. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here, man. It's Friday. Again, I just got back in from St. Louis. Just wanted to chop up game with the family, just give a report on what's happening out there. But, you know, the vibe out there is interesting, man. And, you know, now the new revelations out there in St. Louis and Ferguson with the case, they're showing the young man, Mike, now portraying him as a robbery suspect and all this stuff and kind of making it seem like he deserved what he got. So, man, we got to pay close attention to what's going to happen out there, man. Shit is going to get real, real thick out there, man. It's about to get really, really real. So, again, everybody, I want y'all to follow me on Twitter right now. Follow me on Twitter. But I think about internet. That I don't know. The anonymous, that I don't know because they gave out some information that was inaccurate. Some people are saying they might be the CIA, so I don't know. What's up, Natural? Yeah, man. You look, I just got back in from a flight, man. I just got back in. So, again, follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. Y'all stay tuned. Tune in Sunday. It's going to be a nice, fun roast on Sunday. There's going to be a nice roast on Sunday. All right? So y'all be good. Y'all be safe, man. I'm going to holler at y'all on Sunday's Ustream. Follow me on Facebook at Tariq Nasheed or Tariq Elite. Follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. I'll holler.